Greetings. The question is, how do I manifest a physical reality? Okay, that's the question. And I get that question a lot. How can I manifest a physical reality? What do I have to do to manifest something? To have something that I want come into physical reality. And a lot of people ask me that question, and I give them the answer, to that question. But, it's not a simple answer that I can give them, like how do you physically manifest something, because there are certain bridges that have to be crossed in order to understand manifesting something physically. You understand? And there are a lot of, if you look on the internet right now, YouTube and different TikTok and other places, you'll see a lot of videos and a lot of information across different websites about manifesting, about physically manifesting a reality. You're able to use your mind to physically manifest something. Okay? Well, let's go to the Kabbalion, which is Hermetic philosophy from ancient times. And you will find in the Kabbalion certain rules and laws that are placed upon mental energy to create a perception of physicality. A perception of physicality that is not actually physical, but it is mental perception. You understand? Nothing is actually physical. It is mental energy that creates a perception in consciousness. So, all the people that are telling you that you can physically manifest something, you can physically do this, you can physically manifest that, you can physically manifest whatever. They're wrong. You can't physically manifest anything, as nothing is physical. And even the stuff that you think is physical, that is mental perception. And the perception itself has no actual reality. It's perception in the mind. It's illusion. You understand? In the mind. So let me read the first axiom of the Kabbalion, which is the principle of mentalism. The first axiom, and I got my Rosicrucian Order bookmarker here. You see that? Discover how extraordinary you really are. You see what I'm saying? You got these different orders and etc. that will tell you about yourself and how extraordinary you really are. There's the phone number, there's the website and everything. And, they will give you, and this is a process that they take you through degrees of knowledge where you're going to, study natural law and everything, you're going to understand that this is a mental machination, and there are certain rules and etc. that are placed upon the energy to produce the perception. Like you have gravity, right? Something goes up, it's a rule, it's a law. You have cause and effect and polarity, these different laws and rules that are placed on the energy, to keep it in order so that you can actually have a mental experience. You understand? But you're not a person or a man or a woman or this, that, and the other. You are the very intellect behind the whole mental process. You understand? But you're inside of your own mental machination having the experience of being a man or a woman and living a life and everything. So, you're having the experience created from your own mental energy, as they say in the beginning, God said, let there be light, let there be energy. And then the energy starts to form what the intelligence commands for there to be. You understand? And it's formed from mental energy, creating a perception in the mind, in the consciousness. So if you would just back out of the perception a little bit and realize that you are the mind, the mental, and the consciousness, stop ignoring the reality for the perception. Most people are into the perception so deep that they have, no contact and no real touch with the reality, which is the mind that is creating the perception. You understand? So the first principle, the principle of mentalism, the all is mind, the universe is mental. That's the first principle. That's the master rule. If you can understand the first principle, the master rule, if you can understand the principle of mentalism, then you can pretty much take all the rest of the principles and just lay them aside, and master this whole mental machination with the intellect of your mind. Mind over the energy. Mind over, and the energy, they use the word matter. Mind over matter. That's what it is. Mind over the mental energy, which is producing the perception of this death, the perception of my body, the perception of a life experience and a timeline, and all of this different stuff that is perception in mind, okay? And the Kabbalion tells you all about the mental and the rules and the laws set up on the mental machination, and how you can master yourself. You're not trying to master anything outside of yourself. You're trying to awaken to your own being and realize that you are the mind, and that the mind is all there is, and that the universe is a mental machination of your own making, okay? And even through the Bible and through the different books and everything that have been put out, it's the same thing. They try to tell you, but of course, uh, in times past, consciousness was not this far, ahead. So the way they would come at you is like, ask and it shall be given. If you ask, it shall be given. Knock and the door will be opened. You understand? Faith is the evidence of the unseen, stuff that's not seen and everything. Faith is the very evidence of it being. You understand? Because it's the mental, the internal mental that commands the energy. And then the energy produces the perception that comes from the mental command. That's how the process works. So faith is the evidence of the unseen. If you have faith, even the faith of a mustard seed, you could say to a mountain, be gone and move over there, or just be gone. And the mountain would be gone. The mountain it would be gone in a fraction of a second. Because there is no mountain. Really, there is no spoon. As they say in the Matrix, do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Only try and realize the truth. And then Neo asked the little boy, what truth? What truth? And the little boy holding the spoon and looking at it, and the little boy tell him, the truth is there is no spoon. There is no spoon. You understand? It's all mental. And the spoon itself is perception drawn from mental energy under rule and under law. And you're not moving the spoon. You're not bending the spoon. You are managing your energy to make it appear that the spoon is bending, to make it appear that there is a spoon. It's all mental. The mind is all. If you go back before there were even any energy had any laws or rules upon it and everything, it was just potential, to be or whatever. Then that was nothing. That was what you call nothing, right? Everybody calls the intelligence, the being, the entity that is infinite and unbounded and unlimited. They refer to that as nothing. And then they tell you that everything came out of nothing. You understand? And what actually comes out of the nothing is its own mental machinations, created from its own energy, the machinations themselves being nothing, while the mind itself is everything. So, it's all about waking the God in the process, in the mental process, and realizing that, you're not going to manifest some physical that you a person and this, that, and the other, and you kind of like thinking and rocking to what's going on. So, the perception is out ahead of you and leading the mind, rather than the mind ignoring what the perception is showing and then visualizing what it wills to have and commanding that the energy produce that perceptive experience for the mind to have, But no, you're not going to die and this, that, and the other. And, it's a perceptive process. Life is a perceptive process. And, there are rules and everything up on the energy that say you're going to be in here so long, this, that, and the other, and you're going to be out. You can break all the rules, though. You're in the mind. You understand? But, it's not about breaking the rules. It's about having the experience. You don't want to mess this thing up just doing all kinds of crap where the thing never, it doesn't have any more purpose or any more meaning. You understand? Having this life experience is a beautiful thing. You understand? And all of the what we would call individuality, and the spice of life, and the variety and everything, and just having the experience of hot and cold and up and down and all kinds of things going on. You know what it is to live. It's all perception. The mind is all there is. But you're having the experience. And you can have this experience as you will if you learn that you're more than what you think you are, and then, awaken to your own being and your own energy and command a different perception. All things are possible to those who believe. You understand? All things are possible. At every point of observation where the mind is viewing the perceptive experience, you can have it as you will. All things are possible to those who believe, and you can do anything you want to do. Have anything you want to have. Live any life you want to live. Experience any experience that you want to experience. You are the divine mind having its own experience. So in different rules, like H2O, you know what I'm saying? One of these and two of those come together to create this element, blah, blah. The energy is producing that perception of water or whatever. This perception of that, and the perception of that. Your whole body is, got all the elements and some things that they haven't put on the charts. You understand? But you should get my books, especially Seeing God Face to Face, which seeing God face to face, which right here, look, seeing God face to face. And what does it say right there? The absolute truth about you and how you operate. You want to know what you really are. Okay? The truth about you and how you operate. You understand? How do I do what I do? How do I make this happen? You understand? You want to know that? This is the book to get. You know? And, no, you ain't going to get there. There is no physical reality. But you can have whatever life experience you want to have. It's not physical, it's mental. Amen.